Welcome to my another video.
Chapter 4 Message Board App. In this chapter, we are gonna see Initialize Set Up, create a database model, activing model, Django Admin, views, templates, URLs, adding new posts, test. Chapter 4 Message Board App. In this chapter, we will use a database for the first time to build a basic message board application where user can post and read short messages. We'll explore Django's powerful built-in admin interface, which provides a visual way to make changes to our data. And after adding tests, we will push our code to Bitbucket and deploy the app on Heroku. Initialize Setup. Open your PyCharm, go on the File, New Project, and name it whatever you want to name. I'm gonna name it Message App and enter. Our project is loading now. Hold on a second. Our new project is successfully began. Now let's create a Django virtual environment. But we don't want to do this, so we are gonna just skip this line, and now we are gonna create a new project called MB project. So open your terminal in your PyCharm and just click Django Admin Start Project, and else you can hit Django Admin and you can see all the properties. Here you can see Start Project and Start App. But first we want to make a project, so for that Django Admin Start Project and project name Start App. So we just created our first project Start App. Now create a new app called Post. So I'm gonna copy it and update setting.py. So let's go on our file where we put our project. This is our project Message App and Start App. So this is our project, and here we are gonna make a new app. So just right click here, open PowerShell windows here, and in here we are gonna just enter Django Admin Start App and name Posts, and we successfully created our app. You can see here the posts directory is built successfully. So now here we are gonna do is we are gonna just enter a code manage.py, only type main and tab, run server 18, hit enter, and you can see we got our IP address. Just copy it and paste in your favorite browser. I'm gonna use Chrome now. So in here paste that link and hit enter, and you can see the install worked successfully. Congratulations. And now just update settings.py. So for that I'm gonna just copy it and open my PyCharm project, and here you can see the settings.py. Just double click in it and just Go on the installed app, just paste here. Our job is done. Ctrl S and then reload our page. And you can see we ain't got any error. Now in the book you can see, and now we are gonna execute the migrate command to create an initial database on Django default setting. And for that, just copy it, or you can go on the project named message app and in the start app, now right click on the command prompt for open PowerShell. Now here just write manage.py Python manage.py migrate, or you can say manage.py migrate. So you can see here it will be create our database, applying session, initialize OK. So it is run successfully. Now if you look inside our directory with the ls command, you'll see there now a db.sqlite file representing our SQL database. Let's see. You can see here db.sqlite 3. We got our database. And navigate or link to see the familiar Django installed correctly page. Let's reload this. You can see here we ain't got any error. Now what we are gonna do, we are gonna create our first database, means create the database model. Our first task is to create a database model where we can store and display posts from other user. Django will turn this model into a database table for us. In real world Django projects, it's often the case that there will be many complex interconnected database model, but in our simple message board app we only need one. I won't cover database design in this book, but I have written short a guide which you can find here if this all new to you. Open post model.py file and look at the default code which Django provide. Now open posts model.py. Open your PyCharm, go in the posts and model.py. You can see here a little code showing here. Now Django imports a module models to help us build new database models which will model the characteristic of the data in our database. We want to create a model to sort the textual concept of a message board post, which we can do so as follow. So for that we need to create a class and name it post. Now create your model here. So I'm gonna create class post model.models. You can see models.model, and in the class text equal to models dot text field. So we just created our new database model which will model the characteristics of the data in our database, and we need that model to store the textual content of a message board app post. We've created a new database model called post which has the database field text. We've also specified the type of content it will be hold, text field. Django provides many model fields supporting common types of content such as character, dates, integer, email, and so on. First let's run this code. Okay, we got error here, but let's skip this error for now. You can see the error is requested setting installed app, but settings are not configured. You must either define the environment variable Django setting module. So this setting is because of this part. Let's run this code again, and we got same error. For now, let's skip this error, but first check our project is successfully running or not. You can see here the install work successfully is still going on. Now activating models. Now that our new model is created, we need to activate it. Going forward, whenever we create or modify an existing model, we'll need to update Django in a two-step process. Step 1. First we created a migration file with the make migration command, which generate the SQL command for pre-installed app in our installed app setting. Migration file do not execute those commands on our database file. Rather, they are a reference all of the new changes to our models. This approach means that we have a record of the changes of the models over time. And the second one is build the actual database with the migrate, which does execute the instruction in our migration file, and make sure the local server is stopped. Ctrl C, and then run it by following command. So first we need to stop by the Ctrl C, and here you can see we need to write these two lines: Python manage.py make migration post, and then second one is Python manage.py migrate post. Let's try first. Paste it. Okay, first we want to go in that directory. Here you can see manage.py. Open PowerShell windows here, and now just paste it. So model created successfully. Now we copy this and go on file again, open PowerShell and paste it again. So it ran successfully, installed successfully. So now go in. You can see what we have done here is first we created our migration file with the make migration command, which generated the SQL commands for pre-installed app in our installed app.setting. Migration file do not execute those commands on our database file, rather they are the reference all the new changes to our models. This approach means that we have a record of the changes to our model over time. Second, we build the actual database with the migrate, which does not execute the instruction in our migration file. Note that you don't have to include a name after either make migration or migrate file. If you simply run the command, then they will apply to all available changes, but it's a good habit to specify. If we had two separate apps in our project and updated the models in both and then ran make migration, it would generate a migration file containing a data on both changes. This makes debugging harder in the future. You want each migration file to be as small and isolated as possible. That way, if you need to look up past migration, there is only one changes per migration rather than one that applied to multiple apps. Now, Django Admin. Django provides us with a robust admin interface for interacting with our database. This is a truly killer feature that few web framework offers. It has its routine Django origin as a project at a newspaper. The developer wanted a CMS, content management system, so that journalists could write and edit their stories without needing to touch code. Over time, the built-in app has evolved into a fantastic out-of-the-box tool for managing all aspects of a Django project. To use the Django admin, we need to first create a super user who can log in your command line console. Type python manage.py, create super user and respond to the prompt for a username and email and password. And remember your username, email and password. And in that part, to leave the blank, use WSV. Note, when you type your password, it will be not appear or visible in the command line console for security reason. Okay, now open your PowerShell and hit python manage.py, create super user. So I'm gonna just right click and open PowerShell windows here. Now just write python manage.py and then simply create super user and hit enter. It will be going to ask a username and I'm gonna just write admin. Email address is all in one code @ or you can blank it, but I am gonna use my email address. And the password is manager. Okay, and you can see I wrote the password but it isn't disappear because of security reason and hit enter. Password again manager. The password is too short, it must contain at least 8 characters. This password is too common. Bypass password validation and create user anyway. Yes. Super user created successfully. Now let's check our Django project and reload it. And now go in this address. It means just write after this admin and you can see a little form is showing up, Django administrator, and when I write and the password is admin, username is admin and password is manager, and then we are gonna just log in. You can see here this is our Django administrator. So here you can see a lot of functionality. Welcome admin, view site, change password and log out. You will see the Django admin homepage next. But where is our post tab? It's not displayed on the main admin page. We need to explicitly tell Django what to display in the admin. Fortunately, we can fix this easily by opening the post admin.py file, editing it to look like this, and just write this code in post admin.py. So open your PyCharm, go in the admin.py and you can see here register your model here. So we are gonna register our model. So we simply need to write is admin.register and here just write post. But we need to register our site, so that's why site.register .site.register and here just write post. Now you can see the error in the post, unresolved reference post. For that we need to import post. So from dot modules import post. So you can see from dot modules import post, it will be going to import our posts. So just enter capital P and it's successfully done. Now you can see here Django now knows that it should display our post app and its database model post on the admin pages. If you refresh your browser, you'll see that in now appearance. So just reload it and you can see here our post admin page is showing us. So now let's create our first message board post for our database. Click on the plus add button opposite post, enter your own text in the text form field. So simply go on the add button and now enter the text here. So I'm gonna write hello world here, and now you can see, then click on the save button which will be redirect you to your main post page. However, if you look closely, there's a problem. Our new entry is called post project, which isn't very helpful. I'm gonna just click here save, and you can see this is our main post project, but you can see the name is post project 1 was added successfully. So that is it for today guys. We are gonna solve this problem in the next video.